Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Malaysia Hayward and I am the owner of The Bougie Bookkeeper. And on this channel, we help small to medium-sized businesses by providing them the resources and education they need to build their accounting system as well as staying legally compliant in their business. And today we have a highly requested video, and that is how to get your tax exempt certificate online. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. But before we hop into that, we're going to go over two different things that I would suggest that you look at before you begin the application. So this is actually on the IRS website, as you can see up here. And all I did was go to the IRS website, and in the search you type in tax exempt status. So these are the four things that the IRS is looking for before you fill out your application. So these need to be done before you fill out your application. So one, you have to determine if your organization is one of the following, whether you're a trust, a corporation, an association. So are you a church? Do you work with veterans? Are you like a Boys and Girls Club? What is it that your organization is, and does it follow under one of those three categories? And you could also click on any of these if you need more clarification. Number two, gather your organization's document. We'll click on that. So when they're talking about this, they're asking you whether you have your 501c, do you have your 501c3, whatever it may be. It gives a little bit more information down here, but you have to make sure that you have all the legal information that you need and you have all your organization documents. Three, determine your state registration requirements. Now, this differs from every state. So you have to go onto your local state website, see what they require as far as the tax exempt status for a non-for-profit, if there's any type of anything else that you need to register for. And number four is very important. You need to obtain your EIN. And if you guys would like for me to do a video on how to do that online, make sure you drop that in the comments. Now, that is 100% free. And you just head over to the IRS website, you pull in your business, the business that you would like information, and this produces a social security number for your business. For this application, they will not accept a personal social security number. You have to have an employer identification number, which is an EIN, and that will be supplied to you after you fill out that application. Now, the second thing that I will suggest is when you go on to pay.gov, which is where we're going to go to, actually fill out the application. They will have, when you log in, and I will show you where this is in a moment, they will have something called a Form 1023 Easy Eligibility Sheet. Now, again, whether you are a 501c or a 501c3 matters for this. You have to, so whether you are a 501c3 or a 501c matters for this. And what is the difference between a 501c3 and a 501c? So if you have a 501c3, this allows any donors, anybody who gives your business money or grant, to take the tax deductions on that money. So that is super important that you know the difference, because there are two different forms. So if you have a 501c3, then you will use the Form 1023 Easy. So that is the one that we are working with today. If you have a 501c, meaning that eligible donors cannot take a tax deductions from their contributions, then you have to apply with the regular Form 1023. So when it comes to this particular worksheet, if you answer yes to any of the questions on the worksheet, you are not eligible to apply for an exemption under Section 501c3 using the Form 1023. You must apply using the Form 1023. If you answer no to all the questions, you may apply using Form 1023 Easy. So there are about 30 questions. Again, you just go through, you will answer every question, see whether it's a yes or a no for you. Then again, depending if you answered yes or if you answered no, it will determine how you move forward. One more time, as you can see up here, it says it. If you answer yes to any of the worksheet questions, you are not eligible for an exemption under the 501c3 form. You have to do a 1023. So it's just a different form. And when you get onto pay.gov, it will help you to determine which one. So when it comes to actually applying, and this is the paper form right here, I would highly suggest that I mean, you could do the paper form. It's very self-explanatory, but of course, it's 2023, you guys. It will get submitted into them a lot faster if you do it via online. So you're gonna go to pay.gov. If you do not have and I'm already signed into my account, as you guys can see right here. If you do not have an account, you will have to log in and create you an account. So they use two different softwares, log.com and ID Me. So you will have to go through that process. So after you have logged in, you got your account all set up, you're going to scroll down to right here and it says apply for the IRS 1023 Easy. So we're going to click that right here, apply right here. And then it's really done in 5 steps. So that's why I highly suggest you do it online. It's a lot simple. So y'all remember that this form right here, where we were looking at that, I got that from right here. It says you must complete form 1023 Easy Eligibility Worksheet in the instruction form. So that's what we just like to determine if you're eligible to file a 1023 Easy. If you are not eligible to file a 1023 Easy, you must file a 1023 to obtain recognition under the 501c3. So remind you guys, that's very important. So it has instructions right here. That's the form that we pulled up. The paper, it has instructions on here, and it also has instructions on the paper form right here that we looked up at as well. So keeping going, kind of skipping over this. You can read this on your own. Like I say, you have to have an EIN. Do not enter a social security number on this form. That is super important. And after you submit your status of your application, you can see your application online. That's why I like that better than if you send it in. You will need this information when you're checking on your status, and then they accept this type of payment. So continue to form. Moving right along. So eligibility 1. Check this box if you attest that you have completed the form that I showed you previously. We have done that. It's going to ask you, have your annual gross receipts exceeded 50,000 in any of the past 3 years? Again, when we're filling out these forms, we want to hit no. And why they're asking you this, because anything over 50,000 has to be audited, so you have to go through the audit process. Do you have total assets at a fair market value of which is excess of 250,000? Again, this indicates that you need to be audited. We're going to hit no. We're going to type in our full name. We're going to say we are a Veteran United. Again, this is completely made up. I don't have one. Put in your address. I'm going to say 111 Fairview Drive. This is going to be in Chicago. Chi-Town was up. We're going to type in Illinois. And then we're going to put in. So we're going to put in just a random Chicago zip code. Let's do 60106. I'm going to make this up. 3, 4, 2, 1. I forgot how many it got to be. I think that is. Month, tax year, say May. Person to contact, we will say me. It'll give y'all all my information. But don't worry, none of this stuff is up to date. So, boom. My number, put in an old number of mine. It's $275 to submit this. Again, I'm not worried about y'all saying that's an old address, website, email. I want to hit next. Now, it might not let me go because, so I had to go back and correct that. It's actually 9 digits long, so I just put some stuff in there, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to hit next to continue. Complete the agency. We're going to say we are a corporation for this. By checking this box to attest that you have organizing documents. Remember I told you to have that. The date incorporated. Let's say we got it incorporated last month on the 1st. The state is going to be Illinois. Hit. And then it says number section 501c3 requires that your organizing documents must limit your purposes to one or more exempt purposes within this section. Check this box if you attest to it. Section 6 requires that your organizing document must expressly empower you to engage otherwise than as an insubstantial part of your activities, meaning you are part of what's going on. Check the box. Number 7 requires that your organizing documents must be provided upon dissolution. The remaining assets can be used exclusively for Section 1. So let's say you're a church, you go out of business. You're out after you fill this out. Your assets can only be given still on non-for-profit purposes. You can't just take the money and run with it. You still have to donate it to somebody else. So we're going to check that and we're going to keep it moving. Briefly describe the mission. We're going to say we help veterans. Okay, you can write down your whole mission if you want to. Enter the appropriate NTT code that best describes your activity. Now that was going to be, if we go back to this form here and you keep scrolling down, it's going to give you those codes at the very bottom of this form. So it has one right here. So right now we're just going to say A01. That's that first one right here. So it has the NTT codes here. So I'm going to say A01. A01. Okay. To qualify for tax exemption as a section 501c3 organization, you must be organized and cooperate exclusively to further one or more of the following purposes. We're going to say charitable. To qualify for an exemption as a section 501c3 organization, you must refrain from supporting and opposing. It will tell you, read through that on your own time. We're going to check this box. Keep it going. Do you or will you attempt to influence legislation? The answer is absolutely no. Do you or will you pay compensation to any of your officers? Answer that truthfully, yes or no, because you still will have to pay your payroll taxes even if you are tax exempt. So I'm going to say no. Do you or will you donate funds to pay expenses for individuals? I'm going to say you answer correctly. Do you or will you conduct activities, provide grants, other assistance? No. Do you or will you engage in financial transactions? No. Do you or will you have unrelated gross income? So that's anything that's not, so you're selling things and things like that for profit? No. Do you? No. And the answer is no. Next. Part 5 is designed to classify you as an organization that is either a private foundation or a public charity. Public charity status is more favorable tax exempt than private. Are you applying for a recognition of a church, school, or hospital? We're going to say no, I am not. Because if you are, then you have to fill out a different form. If you qualify for public charity status, check the box or skip to part 5. I don't qualify for any of this. You have to decide whether you do. And this will show you, if you read 2, it will show you whether you do it. If you are not described above your private foundation, as a private foundation, you're required by section 508D, blah, blah, blah. Read this, and then we're going to select this box, and then we're going to hit next. We're almost there, you guys. Reinstatement of automatic. So every, I believe it's 3 years. This is good for 3 years, and then after that, you will have to do it. So yes, we want to automatically have this redone for us every year. Yes. We're going to go with number 1. Next. Write in the information. Title, I'm the director. Enter date. Continue. Sorry, I didn't click that. Click. Continue. And then you're gonna go to payment information, review and submit, and then your confirmation. So that is it. I'm actually gonna cancel this whole form because I'm not doing it. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and share this video. I will see you guys in the next video. And the highly requested one for the certificate of resale is now up on my channel. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I'll see you guys in the next video.